Flowers, one of my most favorite things about gardening. They bring such beauty to the garden, as well as a sense of nostalgia. But did you know that flowers also benefit your garden? From attracting pollinators to deterring pests, they can even improve the soil health. And the 6 flowers I want to talk about today are very easy to grow and they never fail. So let's head into the greenhouse and talk flowers. Hi, welcome to God in the Greenhouse. I'm Nicola and I'm so happy you're hanging out with me today. I'm so excited to be sharing my 6 most favorite flowers that I grow every single year in my garden with you. Now I'm going to start right away, and the very first flower I want to share with you is borage. Borage is one of my most favorite flowers in the whole wide world, not only because it's a beautiful bluish purple color, but it also has a wonderful flavor. It tastes a lot like cucumber. The whole entire plant is edible, including the flowers. The flowers actually taste a little bit like a honey. Now, borage is very special because it is a deep taproot type of plant. So that means those roots go real down deep into the soil and they'll bring up lots of nutrients, benefiting all the other plants growing around them. So they not only attract bees because of that beautiful blue purplish color that their flowers are, they also bring beautiful soil health to the garden as well. And like I said, the entire plant is edible, making borage very beneficial for you and your garden. The second flower I'd like to talk to you today about is calendula. Calendula, aka pot marigold. Now this flower is very easy to grow and it's very versatile. You can use it in the kitchen for making teas. You can also use it for making salves to heal skin wounds. Calendula is great at attracting those beneficial insects to your garden, as well as deterring those bad insects, pests. Calendula has always been one of my favorites. I like to directly grow it in my garden beds because it does do such a good job at attracting ladybugs for me around here. And I really don't have too much of a problem with any pests. And that could also be because of the third flower I want to talk to you about today, and that is marigolds. Marigolds, everybody knows, are great at keeping the pests out of your garden and away from all your vegetables. I surround my entire garden with marigolds every year. I grow the big giant ones, the small ones, the French ones, you name it, I grow them. Marigolds aren't just good at being beautiful and keeping the pests away. They're actually really good at improving your soil health as well. Marigolds give off a chemical that keep soil pests away. So then if you grow them with like carrots and potatoes and your root vegetables, things like that, you won't have too many problems with those kind of pests. Now the fourth flower I would like to talk about are sunflowers. Sunflowers are wonderful and fun to grow in the garden. They're not only beautiful, they also offer so many benefits. You can use them as stalks for growing beans or other vining plants up, so it saves space in your garden. You can also use them, of course, to attract tons of pollinators over to your vegetables if you grow them near your vegetable plants. And they're very good at deterring pests because they will attract the kind of insects that will eat aphids and nematodes and things like that. Sunflowers also have a very special ability of getting toxins out of the soil. So if your soil is like ridden of like arsenic or any other heavy metals like that, plant some sunflowers and the sunflower roots will suck that right up and fix your soil for you. Bet you didn't know that about sunflowers. I didn't until I started studying them, and now my soil is absolutely beautiful after all these years. So I can definitely vouch for that one. Now, the fifth flower I want to get into is one of my most favorite in the whole wide world, and that is the nasturtium. Besides borage, I adore the nasturtium. Nasturtiums are fun to grow. They're good to eat. I personally like them. Not a lot of people do. Some people say they taste like gasoline. I think they taste like a potent radish. That's what it tastes like to me. Plus the chickens really like them, and they inhibit egg production. So they're really good to give to the chickens, and because they grow fast, they make a really good feed for the chickens. So growing nasturtiums not only helps with feeding the animals and yourself, it also makes the garden absolutely beautiful with its green foliage, and the flowers are just amazing and beautiful looking. They also attract and trap the insects. They will stick to the back of the leaves like a fly trap. It's really cool. Plus, they like to spread, so you can use nasturtiums as a ground cover to help the soil stay moist and not dry out on those hot summer days. I highly recommend growing nasturtiums, and they're extremely easy to grow. Sometimes they will even come back year after year because the seeds will drop and sow themselves. Now, before I get into the sixth flower, I would like to invite you to leave a comment. Let me know what flowers you grow in your garden. Do you grow the same ones here, or are there different ones with other benefits that you would like to share with all of us? I will also like to invite you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We are a new channel. We're growing here. We're growing together. We're growing through the Lord. We do talk about God a lot here on this channel. I grow all my plants through God, through prayer, through the power of the love and abundance of the Lord. Now on to that sixth flower. That sixth flower I would like to talk about is the very famous, beautiful zinnia. Zinnias are one of everybody's favorite flowers. They're super easy to grow. They're very prolific. They're very beautiful. They come in such beautiful colors like the deep reds and the bright pinks. Did you also know that zinnias are actually edible? They don't have very much of a flavor, but you can use them to garnish salads and stuff to make things really pretty for parties and such. Zinnias are also very great at attracting all sorts of pollinators, so they make a very great addition to everyone's garden. I start my zinnias here in the greenhouse, and then about the first week of June, I move them out to the garden, scattering them throughout the entire garden. That way, I can have pollinators going in and out, being attracted to the zinnias, but they'll also stop at my cucumbers and my other melon plants. So they really make the garden pop. So those are my 6 favorite flowers to grow in the garden. I think they're my favorite because they seriously are super easy, and after they start growing, they're very, very low maintenance. I'm not much of a maintenance kind of person, so if I can pop it in the ground and water it every other day and watch it grow, hey, you can't go wrong, especially when it's benefiting your garden and making it flourish. So I thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I do have it set up where you can just hit the subscribe button or the playlist or other videos here on the side. And we'll see you in the next video. Have a blessed day.